So here we go. So, I guess all of you might be feeling a little lazy, a little, down on energy because you being on your classes from 9 o'clock.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
But by the third one, you realize there was something strangely enjoyable about it. I kind of want to do it again.
Yes, see, this is the only, you know, this is where we are going to discuss on that. What are your etiquettes while you are attending an online class? So there are basic set of rules that you have to follow when you are attending your online classes. And I will be taking you through to those classes, and in between I'm going to have a little bit of quiz, and I'm going to ask you if you're there with me. So if you're there with me, you will be able to raise your hands promptly. You will learn, you will lower your hands when you will be able to speak. Okay, so I think you all can see my screen, all of you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes,
Great.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Now, when I'm talking about online class etiquettes and business etiquettes, we are basically concentrating on the etiquettes that you are going to show while you are attending classes online, and you are, you are not representing yourself alone. You are there with the total number of attendees or the classmates that are there in that room. So you have to not only watch yourself, but you have to watch that you do not be the center point of disturbance. So this is what we are going to learn in this session. Now, if you see from the photo that I have put on the presentation, just 1 minute so that you can see it in a better way. Yes. 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 So here, when you see the student is there, he is having the same decorum as what his classroom is. That is, he's placed well. He has his stationery and his books intact with him. His uniform being, in place. One thing that is not, not the same is the platform from where he is gaining the knowledge. The delivery process of the teacher has changed from the realistic world. We have come down to the virtual world. So now when we have come to the virtual world where we are teaching online, and I'm teaching all you students online, you all students are are there to listen to one teacher. So there are some basic rules that are same, that have not changed. Those basic rules are known as, the etiquettes that a student needs to possess till the time he is not done with his education, or he is always into a learning process. So you've got to be in those manners. You've got to be in that disciplined behavior, and that is why the online class etiquettes is known as netiquettes. Now these are netiquettes for online classes. Now what are those netiquettes? जो net you exhibit your etiquettes over the net, it is now termed as netiquettes. Now what is the first netiquette of an online class is time. Be very much punctual about your classes, about your your meetings or your or the sessions that you're going to attend. So you've got to be very uh, on time, whatever your whatever time is your session in there, because you're not the only one who is attending that session. You're not the only one who is going to be at the room, and you're not the only one for whom the teacher or the presenter is sitting, right? We have a class of students. We have many attendees attending it. So I would request you that you should follow your time when you are attending an online class. And when we say about time, it doesn't mean that 4 o'clock is the session to be started. You will come at 4:05. No, I mean to say you have to log in or sign in at least 10 minutes before the class, before the online class. Now, why I am saying 10 minutes before, I will let you know, because there are a series of things that you've got to do in these 10 minutes. Now, what are those? The other one is check your surroundings, because when you log in, there is your camera that is going to capture everything that is around you. So you have to check your surroundings, that your surroundings are not displaying anything that is offensive, that is that is not to be seen by others, something that is very personal to you. You should keep it personal. Your camera captures it all, and it is being visible to all. Now you are not, I told you that you are not the only one. There are how many attendees are there in the room? That many, you double the eyes, right, of those attendees, and you will see that what not can be noticed. So you've got to check your surroundings. You've got to see where you're attending your class. It should not be, or you're attending your session, it should not be in a mess where a teacher or a presenter can ask you to switch on your camera and say something, and you switch on the cameras and there is things that we don't want to see around you. So you've got to check what is around you. So why do you log in or sign in 10 minutes before? Switch on your webcam. See that if I have to answer anything, or I have a query that needs to be answered, so my background and the surrounding is clear enough and it is not in a mess. So you've got to check that. The second one is your surroundings should be in such a way that you have kept your important things along with you, whether it is your water bottle, whether it is a glass of water, whether it is a cup of tea, and whether it is a book or a pen. You all have kept it intact, so that every now and then you don't have to get up, search, find, or there are people coming and disturbing you and disturbing the others. So you've got to check your surroundings, and that is the meaning of you logging in 10 minutes before. Okay. The other one, the other netiquette that you should have is, this is the most important one. It has come at number 3, but for me this comes at, and for all the presenters, I'm sure every presenter would agree with me that it comes at number 1. It is cute to mute yourself, and I can prove that why it is so cute when you are muted. It is because whenever you enter a class, when you're entering the class, make sure that your mics are muted and your cameras are off after you have seen, you checked and everything. It is you develop a habit of switching off both the things, your mics and your cameras, because whenever we are presenting, somebody or the other's mic is on, and I don't know how. It is what makes the mics unmuted and what makes them to disturb the other people who want to study and the presenter who wants to teach. So please, that is why I'm saying it is cute that you do not that you mute yourself and do not disturb the others. It is one of the most best netiquettes that you can have, that because of you, there are several people in the room and they should not get disturbed. So I would recommend and I would advise, mute your microphone when it's not your turn to talk. When it's your turn to talk, we do understand you need to unmute yourself, but then mute yourself when you do not have to talk. And it's a simple process that you have to remember and see on your screen. Your screen should look like this, and there's and your mute button should be should always be clicked when you are not talking and when you are you don't have any queries or when the session is on. This would be the most helpful netiquette that any attendee or any student can have when we are, or when a teacher, or when an online class is given. See, we've got limited time to deliver the session, and in that limited time, if we have people with unmuted mics, and then we go back to the screen checking whose mics is on, 5 to 10 minutes goes off, and this is where we might lose the content that we have to teach. So everybody who is on the session wants to. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes,
Right?
ma'am.
Okay. So you got to do that. The other one is, please know your controls. You should know what your controls are and how they have to be, when they have to be uncontrolled. So this is why is few students asking me for controls. Please, this is what I'm teaching. You should know your controls. So you should know where's your camera, where's your mute, unmute button, what are you sharing, are you asked to share, or there is more in action where I think you have had this class. And if you've not had this class and you're unclear about your controls, I would say when you have those 10 minutes to log in, you can always fidget around and see what these controls mean. Right? So this is the meaning of logging in 10 to 15 minutes before and checking on what you have to, where you have to control and where you do not have to. So this is one of the best netiquettes that attendee or the student can have. Yes, then the other one is find some quiet place. Like I've been hearing from so many, we've gone online sessions and we've done so many classes where the student is always saying, by mistake, I have left my mic unmuted. You have left your mic unmuted, but at least you should know that what place are you sitting. That is a place which is causing a lot of disturbance. Then make it double sure that you do not, that your controls are in control, right? So find a quiet place. Now this actually is for students, that find a quiet place and sit where you do not get disturbed and you do not disturb the others, because this is the place where you need to focus on your studies, on your session, and you need to jot down your notes. You got to write down, because now we are not having any board or any chalk. We are not chalking and we are not talking. We are presenting and we are talking, right? So everything cannot be in PPT. There are some things that the teacher is saying and talking, or the presenter is saying and talking, and that session can be so interesting that you want to take down notes and jot down some examples that you can use it for your exams. So sit in a quiet place where there is less disturbance and where there is less noise, rather than I feel that you should sit in a place where you have a study room and nobody disturbs you. I think you should have that kind of environment at your place where there are no TVs where you're attending your class, or there is no room which is very common for all the movers and goers there. So I think you should be in a place where your study decorum is being maintained, and it's not about you, it's about everybody, of not getting disturbed. So find your place where you are studying, you're taking down notes, and you're not disturbing others. Now, one thing which I want to highlight is, if you see that people who have this headphone habit of listening to the laptops, so or the mobiles. So when you put on the headphone, you disconnect yourself from what noise is coming. Mute or unmute yourself when the session is going on. You forget that there is a lot of noise behind, which is not being cut and which is not being filtered when you have unmuted yourself. So that complete noise is entering into the classroom and disturbing the teacher, the presenter, and the students and the attendees who are attending it. Okay, so my request to you is, when you put down your headphones, make sure that when you are unmuting yourself, the disturbance around you is at the lowest, or it is not there only. Now at present, I am also taking a session. So whenever you have seen that the teacher or the presenter, whoever is taking the session or the class, they make sure that my students don't get disturbed. I deliver to them the best, and I deliver to them to whatever capability and whatever is available, whatever resources are available to us. So we are doing that. Now, this situation has landed up in such a time where the student and teacher need to be connected, and thanks to our technology which is doing that, right? Because this is one field where the teacher and student needs to come together as a team, and then exchange information and knowledge with each other. And technology is giving us that platform. Now, this platform cannot replace the actual and the realistic scenario. Now, that can be lowered down by the efforts of both the attendee, the student, and the teacher and the presenter, right? So when these two team up, that we need to exchange knowledge to each other, and we need to give out whatever best we have, and you are in the job of taking and extracting the best from the presenter and the teacher. You also have this responsibility over you that I do not disturb myself and the others. Okay, this pandemic has brought us to that time that from etiquettes we are jumping on to netiquettes, and both should be of that there is a fruitful sharing between the student and the teacher, and the classes go really smooth. This is what is the motive of this session, that we are facing with a lot of students, that while we are taking online classes, students have such a casual and irresponsible behavior by saying, ma'am, by mistake हमारा mic on रह गया, by mistake we have just I got unmuted, and I don't know how that mistake happens. This mistake happens, that we will see in my point. Yes, this is very, very important, that when you are in online classes, be an active listener. That is, be an active listener. How can you be an active listener? You need to show your presence to the presenter and feel that he is understood or she has been understood. Whatever she is talking, whatever she is saying, it is being understood. This netiquette comes from your complete background, that how respectful are you towards the teacher, how respectful are you towards the presenter, and how respectful are you towards your education and the knowledge. So you need to be an active listener, that whatever we are talking, whatever the teacher is saying, whatever the presenter is presenting, he needs to be heard. He needs to be understood. He needs to be understood by the attendees and how you can express your presence when you are attending that session. You can always give a thumbs up whatever you have understood best, whatever you have heard and you have gained that knowledge. You can always show a thumbs up. So this gives a motivation. This gives us a boost when we are talking. Otherwise, you come down here, it is like talking to the machine. Somebody's mic is still on. Can somebody just switch it off? Say Alisha and Bharti, please check whose mic is on. Yes. Okay.
No, ma'am.
Okay, done. Why is such? I am teaching you that, and why is this irresponsibility coming up? I'm telling you, you should have those netiquettes. You should have those etiquettes that we are talking. So how you can be an active listener? You can be an active listener by respecting your teacher. How you respect your teacher? By at least giving up a thumbs up that you understood something and you agreed to her point, or she is she is being motivating while she's talking to you, or you can have any other expression where you can give a clap sign to the presenter or to your teachers on online classes. So yes, we do not we do not accept the clap signs, but yes, we do take the thumbs ups and we do take the smileys, because some of the students, they are very happy with what has been taught in the class. So you can always express it by these expressions, and it shows that you are an active listener. You are respecting the teacher who is talking. You are being very, very respectful to what she is delivering. So I feel that you can always show your presence by these expressions. And before before any online session or any presentation or any session or any online class, you can always ask the presenter or the the teacher or the faculty that can be raise our hands in between, or can we show thumbs up in between, or can we send a smile. So you will always need to seek permission before doing all this, because there can be some faculties or presenters who might get distracted because of this. So you need to seek a permission before taking these three expressions in your hand and actually appreciating the teacher. And most of the time the presenter wants appreciation and all, and it is a motivating buster for us. So I don't feel that anybody is going to refuse you over this, right? So now what it takes to be an active listener. So once there was everybody's heard the story of a hare and a tortoise, na? So once there was a rabbit and then there was a tortoise. They both were racing. So both were racing, and the tortoise was of today's time, and the rabbit also was of today's time, of the net generation, netizen. So they started off the race, and when they started off the race, as the tortoise and rabbit, they both started to race, who do you think won the race in today's time? You can write it in the chat box. I want to check the chat box. Who do you think has won the race if it was to take today? अगर आज के टाइम में वो रेस होती तो दोनों में से कौन जीतता? Please write it in the chat box. Yes, let me read. Let me see how many of you are active listeners. Yes, who has won the race? Good. Thank you so much, Gagan. Thank you so much, Harish. Thank you so much, Shimul. Thank you so much, Harish, for giving me thumbs up and a smiley. I am really, really motivated right now. But now you have to give me an active answer. Let me. There are no active listeners right now. I'm not getting any answer. You're not at all active. You're not at all energetic. Come on, students. Who has won the race? According to you today. Come on, Alicia. Who has won the race? Tortoise has won the race?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Amandeep, who has won the race today? Yes, Amandeep Singh.
Tortoise.
Tortoise has won the race. Anybody else who wants to go against the tortoise winning the race? You can raise your hands and tell me. But I've got no replies in chat box. Huh?
Ma'am, there are replies in chat box.
Yeah, please read it for me, Alicia.
Everyone said tortoise.
Everyone.
Anyone who said, no one said rabbit.
Okay. But,
No, you didn't.
yeah, Bharti, tell me.
मैम रैबिट won the race.
Why?
मैम उसने नींद पूरी कर ली थी ना इसलिए.
नहीं, but तब तक तो वो रेस जीत गया था ना tortoise.
मैम ये मेरा point of view है, sorry.
But he already won the race, na? Till the time he was. See, the story is of today. I'm saying netizens, right? So tortoise and a hare, they both were racing. Up, what happened is what you were hearing that जो सोता है वो खोता है. So rabbit went off to sleep, so he lost the race. Fine. Tortoise didn't sleep. He was walking. He didn't lose the hope also. So hope made him win, right? The confidence that he was racing with the rabbit made him win. Okay. Then there was another factor, slow and steady wins the race. But do you think that this slow and steady is still applicable in today's time? The rabbit
No, ma'am.
Yes, the rabbit won the race. You know why?
No,
As tortoise went, he saw the rabbit was already there. Then he was going back, and then he said, "What is this?" When he was going back home, he saw the rabbit sleeping. Now he was confused that when I crossed the finish line, the rabbit was already there. When I was coming back home, the rabbit is sleeping. How is this possible? So you netizens, it is possible because he had twin brothers. They were twin brothers, right? He had teamed up. He had teamed up with his friends, like what you do. So today is the time for teamwork. So when you have teamwork, you can always win the show. Now there is no, the slow and steady is not today's story. It is not today's time. No slow and steady can now win the race. The race is on a very higher mode. There is internet. See, the internet is there. You said that, ma'am, if we had to go by this story, so what we would do? We would say कि अब जब तक कोरोना खत्म नहीं होता, we would come in our classes, then we would study. So we would be very slow, but we would be very steady. But would we win the race? We would not win the race. Now for us, the race is that we have to race again. We have to be on time. We have to be punctual. One sleeping, one waking, one sleeping, one working. This combination is no more a factor that is going to lead to your success, right? So how many active listeners do I have? I had very few of them. Chalo, anyways. But then what I want to tell you is that according to a study by Waterford, and it is a recent study that is being done, it is said that students with strong listening skills don't just retain more information, but they are also less likely to feel unprepared and frustrated in the class. So those students who are unprepared, only those students get frustrated. This is a study. And how does this unprepared notion come? Only to those students who do not have strong listening skills. If you are having a strong listening skill, you are an active listener, you will always be prepared, right? telling the teacher to talk, telling the presenter to talk, and being online just for the heck will never. He will always be a heck. He will always be a tortoise of today's time, which is losing. He will lose on because he is missing the information that is being given. Chai 50 minutes may there would be some solid points that would come out that would be very, very important for you, your life, your career, your subject. You've got to touch those important points and jot it down, right? So, what makes an active listener? Your attitude. I think you've gotten enough, lectures on attitude, having the right attitude. I think yesterday Mr. Prashant spoke about this attitude. You know, your right attitude will make you the right person. Will always lead you to something that is great. I told you, Sachin Tendulkar is not the only student of his guru, of his coach. He had a lot of students, but only Sachin Tendulkar could become Sachin Tendulkar because of the right attitude, the attention that he gave to his guru, to his teacher, to the person who is teaching him, and the adjustments. You got to make adjustments. If you do not make adjustments, you cannot be a a good listener, and you cannot be an active listener, and in turn you cannot get away from the frustration that is going to develop. You know, you are going to be at a situation where you're going to have class tests, you're going to have your exams, then you're going to have your entrance exams, then you're going to have your university exams. You're going to have all this at one time. You're going to have your brother and sister's marriage also at that time, or you might have your own birthday, but you have all these things to do. But only that student will get frustrated who is unprepared. So prepare yourself. And how you can prepare yourself? Just by listening. One of the most easiest things, but it is one of the most toughest things in today's time. You are just not being a good listener. Okay? Yes. Yes. So the other one is raise your hand. Yes. Now, whenever a teacher or a presenter is teaching something or presenting something, you definitely will be having doubts, and you will be having some kind of some unclarity in some topics. So you definitely need to raise your hand, and your hand raise will never go unnoticed. It will go noticed. If it is going unnoticed, there are always chats. This is the best place to show your chat caliber. You know, you are very good in chatting, so your chatting caliber comes here. The most importantly, that how can you put your doubt into a small query, or into shorter message. So if you have any kind of doubt, this is the best place to show your chatting skills. So let the teacher and the presenter see how you can put your such a huge or a small doubt into your writing skills. And I'm sure you might be missing writing, so it is the right place. The other one is always raise your hand. There is always an option of raising your hand and asking the teacher, what is this? What was that? You can always ask the teacher and get a clarity of your thoughts, of your doubts, and without disturbing the others. So I always jot down your doubts. When the teacher asks that is there any problem, you can always raise your hand and say this was my problem or this is my doubt. If the teacher has not asked in between, wait for the turn when she asks. Do not disturb by pressing your mute unmute button and disturbing the teacher and the class. So in today's time, when we talk about raising your hand and asking a question, so we move from one particular situation to the other particular situation. And what is that situation? We move from this situation where he's trying to raise his hand and wants to say, my question should be addressed first. And there are some students in the class who are sleeping. Can you see the first boy? He's sleeping. He's not interested in what the teachers are saying. So there are two students who are active, and one of the student wants that his problem should be addressed. So we are moving from this situation to this situation. And when we are moving to this situation, your queries and your questions are sure to be addressed. So we will, or any presenter and any faculty, if you're doing an online class, will attend to what your query or your question or your doubt is. So we are moving now from the realistic to the virtual world. So we need to have that kind of patience enough. To have patience that your query will be addressed, and if it is not addressed, so there's always a chat box. And if it is not addressed in the chat box, then you can always go to the mute button. Do not become impatient. Whose mic is on? Presenter, please. I don't know why this keeps happening. Whose mic is on? Please switch it off. It's a request.
Shreya Goyal. Let me mute her.
Yes. Okay. So you can always and whenever you're using a chat box, always write down things that are relevant, that are not offensive to the reader or to the readers, right? So please write down things that are relevant, uh, that are related to the topic, that is related to the class. Do not write things that are offensive or insulting, or which is not acceptable in a classroom. So if you would not say it on the face, I would request, do not write it down. If you cannot say it on the face, do not write it down. And if you know you have decent queries, only go in to write and chat that. And always check your spellings. There's always a spell check while you are writing some chat. So make sure that your chats are not of adjectives and IDK, which is very much used. If I've asked a student, so what is the answer of it? My mic is not working, so he wrote down in the chat box IDK. You know, I didn't know what is that. I said, what is IDK? This is wrong answer. So he said, ma'am, and then one of the presenters said, ma'am, it's not an answer. It means that I don't know. So please do not use such kind of abbreviations where it's not been understood by the reader. So it would signify a very what to say, offensive remark. You would send it out. So I would say avoid that. Yes, this is the most important point, that when you are in an online class, make sure that you are dressed well for an online class, because anytime your name can be called out, anytime the teacher can or the presenter can tell you that please switch on your camera. And when your camera is on, uh, definitely you do not want to look like as if you were lazing around, or you want to show your relaxed and your holiday picture, which I think the teacher or the presenter is not at all interested. We always want to see that you all are attentive and you have respected the session, and you have respected the speaker. So I would this is one thing that you should follow. Whatever can be seen, dress up well to to respect the class. As I showed you in at the beginning of my presentation, that there is a student who is watching the mobile, right? I told you the platform of delivering the session, delivering the knowledge has changed, but the student is still the same. It has to, for him, things are not changing. The 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 forum, the modem has changed, but the teacher is same. We are still coming to the classes. We have our classrooms. We are present. We are taking online classes. Sitting in the classroom, yes, there is situation where you cannot come down and listen to us in the classroom. We have this beautiful instrument who is connecting both of us. So I think we should respect that much at least. I think we all can do that. Whether, see, this person is also attending a meeting, or he knows what should be shown and what should not be. So this is what we asking from you also, that you should be responsible enough and respectful enough that you should know that you have to dress well and give your presentation or give or attendance session, so that the teacher does not feel that she has done something wrong by, you know, by asking you to answer the question or switch on your camera. So not to make the teacher feel embarrassed, not to make the students feel in an awkward situation. Always dress well when you are in an online session. The last and the last one, but this is the most important aspect, but I have got it to 8 number. Why? Because many a times we do not come to know that is our internet at a working, is a good connectivity or not. Internet is there, our phone is working, right? But is it working in a very smooth manner and is having a high speed connectivity, so that you do not have glitches, internet glitches, or you don't have these connectivity issues. So always I would say that when your sessions have been done, first class has been done, always check your internet connectivity speed and then go for the change, right? Now there are many of you that in 2 days you might have come to know that your internet or your broadband service is good or not, right? Is it giving you a completely glitch-free connectivity? If it is giving that, kudos. I think your point number 8 is well done. But in 2 days, if you have faced some internet connectivity, some kind of glitch, so I think and I recommend change your internet connection, change your service provider, so that you do not miss out on important online lectures and on important sessions. So, yes, first switched on the presenter, just see what on the mic.
The next faculty, Dr. Indurani. We have joined, I think. Her mic is on. Yeah, she's there.
Yes. So here, you got to check your internet connectivity, that whether it is giving you a complete glitch-free session and a complete glitch-free service. So you can go for it always. And many of us are going to check it within 10 minutes, which I told you to log in before. You can check it that time also, but then we don't know whether you're going to have a smooth or a glitch in between. So when you get a glitch, only when the session is going on, right? So that is why I put it at number 8. And after the session, that is at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, whenever your session ends, you can always give a feedback that your internet is good enough or not. And if it is good enough, kudos, go for your sessions. And if it is not, get it changed right away, or else suffer. Yes. Now, one of the general thing that I want to tell you is always be careful. There are some rules that you have to remember when you are online. When you are, when you are online, that is, you've got to put yourself on the other side of the screen. You've got to see what a teacher will feel if she comes to know I was not listening, I was the person who's creating disruptions, or I was the person whose mic is irresponsibly kept on. So you always have to be affectionate about what the other person would go through, and with it, the people in the classroom are going to face. So always think before you click. There is always energy which is attached when you are clicking. So before imparting that energy on your controls, think that am I not going to disturb the others? Am I not going to disrespect anybody? Or may I not, cause any kind of disruption in the class? So always think and be affectionate about the other person and about the presenter and your classmates. If you have these general things to remember, I think you are good to go and your etiquettes are well refined enough. Right? So the first thing that you got to think is your mute mics. This is one thing which I keep. You will also get bored of it. Whose mics is left on? Just see whose mics is left on. Array that green signal, put it off. Simple. Put it off. It should be this. You have to be in a mute position. That's it. You cannot be in an unmuted gadget because it is going to create problem. 10 minutes I am not going to sit and only ask whose mic is left on or we are getting disturbed. Just check. Presenter, she also wants to learn something. She's not keeping an eye always on, or there are some sessions where we don't have the presenter, so the teacher has to go back, check whose mic is on, put everybody on mute, come back to the PPT and then present. So please do not create hassles and extend the time of only muting and unmuting. Be very careful and click only when it is required. The other one is use a laptop when you are attending an online class, because it is one gadget that will keep you focused, because you will not move around. That will keep you that will stop you from multitasking that you do in your mobile phones. You're doing multitasking, you're listening to the calls, you're attending your WhatsApp, then you're attending Microsoft online classes also. Then don't do that. Be on your laptop, which keeps you to the minimum of distraction. You cannot get up and go because laptop needs stability. You will also be stable. So attend your classes on laptop. It is the best way to keep you focused, to give you a decorum of a class, and it will give you a flexibility of noting down notes, and the best of all, it will not accidentally get itself mute and unmuted. It only happens when you're attending your classes on mobile. So mobile is a strict no when you are attending any class, because mobile is one gadget that is the reason for complete distraction, whether you are whether you are attending an online class or whether you're not attending an online class. Mobile is one of the gadget that has caused a complete distraction in human life. One of the best inventions, but yes, it is one of the most destructive invention also, where a human is completely distracted. Life turns 360-degree when you are on your mobile. So try and avoid mobile when you are attending an online class. Try and use your laptops. So there are some don'ts, there are some do's, there is to be careful about, you have to take precautions, right? So remember one thing, one advice to all of you. Before that, everyone just give me 3 claps. I want to see that if you all are active or not. So just all of you, 1, 2, 3, just give me 3 claps. 1, 2, 3. Yes, all of you are muted. Thank you so much for being on time. Now remember one thing. What goes online stays online. So anything that goes online is going to stay online. It is the public, it is for the public view. So make sure that when you are online, you are portraying your complete aspect, and it is going to stay there for years. So make sure that when you are online, you are responsible for whatever it is. So what goes online stays online. So think before you click. Do not write anything offensive. Do not raise your hands unnecessarily. Do not unmute your mics and let me hear what is, or let the presenter hear what is going on at the back. Mobile phones, they are the biggest, I've told you, the problematic area is mobile phones. You talk on your mobile. You never know when technology is going to, can get into each other's way. So think before you click, and remember, what goes online stays online. So what is one thing that I am going to end my session with, or close my session with? I think I'm bang on time, 16, it's 4:50. So what you post online speaks a lot about you. So post with right intention and be cautious. This is one thing, one advice that I want to give you, that whatever you post online, whatever you speak online, whatever you are doing online, whether your camera is on, you are on an unmuted or a muted version, and you have written anything, it is going to tell what kind of a person you are, what kind of etiquettes, and now what kind of netiquettes you are going to have. So this is one advice to all of you, that since you know that these are the rules that are going, that will take, see, there are not much efforts that you have to put while you are attending an online class. There are few things that you've got to be very careful about, and that is, you've got to be sensitive, and you've got to be affectionate towards the other side who is speaking. He is taking out his time, leaving his family, and giving you something which is knowledgeable, which is good, and which is going to be of advantages to you. So you have to be that person where you acknowledge and respect the other person's effort. And believe me, as it is said, what goes around, that comes around. So karma says, what you put in today, you will get it tomorrow. You respect others' efforts, your efforts will be respected also. Okay, so with this, I end my session. Thank you so much, class, for being
Thank you.
Thank you,
if
ma'am.
anybody has
Thank you
any
so much,
questions,
ma'am.
BVIMR class.
thank you so much. If you have any questions,
Thank you so much, ma'am.
thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
Ma'am,
Thanks,
you
you.
are
ma'am.
in the
Thank you so much.
class.
Thank you so much,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
You can interact. If you have any kind
Thank
of doubt, you
you.
can ask any question. Like, let's
Ma'am,
say how energetic you are also. You must be energetic.
you are in the class.
Yes. See, this is one netiquette. When you know your background is making a noise, write in chat box. Raise your hand. Right? Yes.
Ma'am, you are in the class. BVIMR class. This is our
Yeah.
classroom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Anybody else? Yes. Oh, you're looking very good, Gaurav. The boss. It's okay. Yeah. I've just told you. You don't have to show that. Okay.
All right, ma'am.
Yeah. Any questions you have? See, I've got Amandeep. I think he's one of the best. One of the best attendee I can see, with so well dressing. And I would definitely, when you come back or you join, Amandeep, I would definitely give you one chocolate from my side for being, for having those complete netizen netiquettes. So you are a complete, a picture and an example of of netiquettes. So from my side, there's a chocolate here. Let's take a Wi-Fi chocolate right now. But when you join, I will give you one real one. So you eat chocolates, Amandeep?
Yes, ma'am. A lot.
A lot? Chalo, I'll
Yes,
give
ma'am.
you my side. Anybody else?
Thank you, ma'am.
Please share your chocolate.
Ma'am, we also want chocolates. Bharti
You
here.
have to be a good etiquette, right? You have to show your etiquette. Now I'm going to teach you business statistics, and we'll do it in a very fun manner. So obviously you're going to have a lot of doubts because it's a mathematical subject. So तब काफी chocolates उधर इधर जाएंगी, right? Not to worry. Yes, anybody? Or when you have your backgrounds, make sure that आपके backgrounds में pictures थोड़ी कम हो. There should be a nice curtain if you can have that, so that there's no distraction for the people also who are watching you, right? So you should be the center of attraction. You can always see Amandeep. Let me pin Amandeep. I think he's perfect to be pinned right now. Right, so he's a good example. So Amandeep, तुम मेरे favorite होते जा रहे हो, क्या बात है? I never expected I'll have a favorite over a net, but yes, you are one of them.
Thank you,
Alisha,
ma'am.
do one thing, just pin Amandeep. मेरे को ना मिल नहीं रहा Amandeep का नाम कहाँ, ये रहा. Yeah, Amandeep, you are very perfect, huh? I like students like you. Yes, yeah. Yes, that's the way. So everybody now, please clap for Amandeep for one of the best netiquettes that I have in my.
Thank you so much, boss. Thank you.
Anushka has still not joined. So I take your leave, take a break, take a water break, and check your surroundings once more. Okay? Okay? Bye. Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye,
Ma'am, it was nice listening you.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
thank you. Bye, everyone, and take
Bye bye,
care.
ma'am. Take care.
Yes, yes. Take care, all.
Thank you, ma'am.